Hello everyone. Today I will teach you English literature of class 7th, and this is chapter number 5. The name of this chapter is The Gift of Maggie. So before starting this chapter, I want to discuss with you about the word Maggie. What is Maggie? Maggie is not that Maggie noodle. Okay, I'm not talking about Maggie noodle. Okay, this Maggie is something different. Its meaning is refers to the three wise men who are said to have brought presents to the baby Jesus in the manger. When Jesus Christ took birth at that time, three men came. They brought gifts for Jesus Christ. So the group of those three men was called Maggie. I think it is clear to you now. Well, this chapter has been written by O. Henry. What does he say? First of all, he asks, do you ever give gifts to anyone? Definitely, you have given several times. If yes, list some of the occasions when you give gifts. What sort of gifts do you like to give? Give some examples. Who do you give gifts to? Does your gift differ from person to person? If yes, why? So these are some questions related to the chapter. So let's begin now. Actually, this is the story of two persons. Actually, there is a couple, Jim and Della. And this couple is very poor. And the Christmas festival is about to come. They both want to give gifts to each other on Christmas Eve. But if we talk about money, they were poor, so they did not have enough money to give gifts to each other on the eve of Christmas. Then how did they manage? Della was having, she was a wife, she was having long hair, beautiful hair. And there was only a set that she had, it was the only treasure that she had. And Jim was having a gold watch that he got from his father, and his father got from his father. So this watch was from his grandfather's time. This is the only asset that he had. But there was no chain in that watch, wristwatch. So Della thinks to give a gold chain to Jim so that he could wear the watch. And Jim wanted to give silver combs for Della's beautiful long hair. Della goes to market, finalize the deal, and she finalized the deal and sold her hair in the market to a barber's shop, and she purchased a gold watch for Jim as a gift of Christmas. While on the other hand, Jim sold his gold watch and purchased silver combs for Della's beautiful hair. Della came home, started waiting for Jim's arrival from the office, but she was afraid of the reaction of Jim. How would he react when he will come to know that she had got her hair cut? Well, in the evening, Jim came and he put an envelope. First of all, Della gave her gift to Jim and expected that Jim would not be angry with her as she got her hair cut. She said that her hair grow faster. So again the hair will grow longer, and she gave and asked Jim to wear the watch and show her. She gave gold chain to Jim. Jim also said that he sold his wristwatch, gold wristwatch, for purchasing silver coins for her long hair. They both put the gifts on the table and said that the gifts were useless for both of them. So this is the story of this chapter. Let's begin now. $1.87. That was all, and 60 cents of it was in pennies. So $1.87 Della had. That was all she had, and 60 cents of it was in pennies, and she had She had 60 cents in pennies. It's a currency, you know. Pennies saved 1 and 2 at a time by bulldozing the grocer. Bulldozing means arguing, pressurizing the grocer and the vegetable man. So whenever she went to grocer for purchasing any household thing, whenever she went to purchase vegetable to the vegetable seller, she pressurized them to decrease the price at least something, and 1 and 2, thus she saved 60 pennies. And to the butcher also, whenever she went to purchase meat from butcher, she also saved some pennies. So thus she saved almost 60 pennies. 3 times Della counted it. Again and again Della was counting the money, but the money was as it is. There was no change, there was no increase in the money. And you know well, if you have 1000 rupees, either you count 1 time, 2 times, or 3 times, or more than that, it will remain as it is. So the same situation was Della also. She had only $1.87, and she counted 3 times but remained as it is. It means it remained only as it is. The amount was only $1.87, and it remained as it is. $1.87, and the next day would be Christmas. There was clearly nothing to do but flop down on the shabby little couch and haul. Haul means cry. So Della did it. She had no option. Della had no option. She could do nothing but only to sit down on a couch, very dirty, shabby means dirty couch, and she started crying. Della finished her cry and attended to her cheeks with the powder rag. She stood by the window and looked out duly means unexcitedly, at a grey cat walking a grey fence in a grey backyard. And she finished her cry, and afterwards she wiped the tears rolling on her cheeks and used some powder to clear the face. Afterwards she stood nearby the window, started watching outside the window. So she looked out unexcitedly at a grey cat, and the grey cat was walking in a grey fence, okay, in a grey backyard. There was a grey color backyard. So she saw there tomorrow would be Christmas Day, and she had only $1.87 with which to buy her husband Jim a present. The next day was Christmas Day. She had to purchase a gift for her husband Jim, and she had only $1.87. She had been saving every penny she could for months with this result. So this saving was the result of months. From months she was saving 1 penny, 2 penny, 3 pennies. Thus she was saving, and the savings she had $1.87. That was the result of number of months. From number of months she was doing that. Well, $20 a week doesn't go far. Expenses had been greater than she had calculated. The money that she got for running the house, that was $20 a week, and it was not too much for running the family expenditures, managing the family expenditures. The family expenditure was more than that, than they were earning. Her husband was earning. Expenses had been greater than she had calculated. They always are. And you know that their expenditure was more than their calculation. More than $20, only $1.87 to buy a present for Jim, and she could save only $1.87 for purchasing a present for Jim. Her Jim. Many happy hours she had spent planning for something nice for him. So when the day of Christmas was about to come, before that she had spent many of happy hours in this expectation that she would give a nice gift to her husband. Something fine and rare, and she would give something fine and special, rare. Rare means unique, something special, something unique she would give to her husband on the Christmas Eve. And sterling is pure. She would give something pure, something just a little bit near to be worthy of the honor of being owned by Jim. And she wanted to give a gift which should be pure, unique, fine, and something just a little bit near to being worthy. Being worthy means almost it should be good and worthy of the honor of being owned by Jim. Actually, Jim was having a gold watch, so he should be given something better, something good, something great, which should suit the watch, wristwatch, gold watch of Jim. That should give honor to Jim's watch. It should suit to Jim's watch. So that she was searching. There was a pier glass between the windows of the room. Suddenly she whirled means turned quickly from the window and stood before the glass. Her eyes were shining brilliantly, but her face had lost its color within 20 seconds. Rapidly means very quickly. She pulled down her hair and let it fall to its full length. So there was a pier glass between the windows of the room. Suddenly she turned from the window and stood before the glass of the window, and she looked her face. She looked herself in the window. Her eyes were shining brilliantly, but her face was dull. Face had lost its color within 20 seconds. And very quickly she pulled down her hair to its full length. Now there were two possessions of the James Dillingham Youngs. This is the full name of her husband, James Dillingham Youngs, in which they both took a mighty pride. Actually, Jim had only two possessions, two things. They had only two possessions on which they could feel proud. One was Jim's gold watch that had been his father's and his grandfather's. So Jim's father got that from his father, and Jim got that from his father. So this was a gold watch of his grandfather. That was the only asset that he had. The other was Della's hair. So two things were there in their family on which they could have proud, they could feel proud. The first thing was gold watch of Jim that he got from his father, and his father got from his father. And second thing was Della's beautiful long hair. Okay, he had the Queen of Sheba lived in the flat across the air shaft. Della would have let her hair hang out the window someday to dry, just to depreciate. Depreciate means decrease, reduce. Her Majesty's jewels and gifts had King Solomon been the janitor. Janitor means creator. So first of all, let's talk about Queen of Sheba. Its meaning they have given in vocabulary. Queen of Sheba means in Jewish and Islamic traditions, ruler of the kingdom of Saba. Saba means Sheba. In southwestern Arabia, in an Old Testament story, she visited King Solomon to test his wisdom. And King Solomon, Jewish king, renowned for his wisdom, and janitor means creator. The other was Della's hair. Had the Queen of Sheba lived in the flat across the air shaft. So now she was thinking that perhaps Queen of Sheba might have lived in the flat across the air shaft. Della would have let her hair hang out the window someday to dry, just to reduce, just to decrease. Her Majesty's jewels and gifts, actually for just showing that she had also a beautiful asset with her. She had long hairs, and which was more precious than the jewels and gifts of Majesty's. Had King Solomon been the janitor, with all his treasures piled up in the basement, and she was also thinking that had King Solomon been the creator, with all his treasures piled up in the basement, Jim would have pulled out his watch every time he passed, just to see him pluck at his beard from envy. Envy means hate. So all the time it was Jim's habit that he would have pulled out his watch every time he passed, just to see him pluck at his beard with hate. So now Della's beautiful hair fell about her, rippling and shining like a casket. Casket means waterfall of brown waters. It means waterfall of brown water. So now Della's beautiful hair fell about her, rippling. Rippling means in waves, small waves, shining like a brown color waterfall. It reached below her knees. The height of her hair was below her knees and made itself almost a garment for her, and the hair was making a kind of garment for her, because the length of the hair was reaching below her knees. And then she did it up again nervously and quickly. Once she faltered means stopped for a minute and stood still while a tear or two splashed on the worn red carpet. And then she did it up again. She again fell her hair, opened her hair nervously and very quickly. Once she stopped for a minute and stood still, means silent, and a tear rolled down from her eyes. One or two tears rolled down from her eyes and splashed on, fell on the red carpet. On went her old brown jacket, on went her old brown hat with a whirl of skirts, whirl means circular motion, and with the brilliant sparkle still in her eyes. Sparkle means shine. She fluttered means moved quickly, out the door and down the stairs to the street. So on went her old brown jacket. She wore her brown jacket, brown old hat, and the circular skirt, and she had a brilliant sparkle in her eyes, and she fluttered means moved very quickly to the door and down the stairs to the street, and afterwards in the street. Where she stopped, the sign read. So the place where she stopped, there was a sign. What was written over the sign? Ma'am, soft rowing. It was written over there on the signboard, ma'am, soft rowing, hair goods of all kinds. This was the title which was written over the signboard. Okay, ma'am, soft rowing, hair goods of all kinds. One flight up Della Rail and collected herself, panting. Madam, large, too white, chilly, hardly looked the soft rowing. So this was written also there. Della started reading what was written over there. That first of all, Della controlled herself, controlled her emotions. She was panting, taking breaths very quickly, and afterwards she read, Madam, large, too white, chilly, hardly looked the soft rowing. This title also she read. Now she went to soft rowing and asked her, would she buy her hair? Madam said yes. She bought hair, and now she asked Della to take off her hat so that she could have a nice look of Della's hair. Afterwards, when she took off her hat, down rippled the brown cascade. So her long hair came down, moved down up to her knees like the brown color waterfall. A waterfall, a cascade waterfall of brown color water came down, waving here and there. $20. And seeing the beauty and length of Della's hair, Madam Sofroni said that she would give $20 for her hair. Lifting the mass means weight, with a practiced hand, and her hands were very experienced. So she lifted the mass of hair, weighed them, and told Della that she would give $20 for her hair. Give it to me quick, said Della. Della was ready. She was agreed, and she said that she was ready to take $20 for that, and she wanted that very quickly. Well, and the next 2 hours tripped by on rosy wings. She was ransacking means searching the stores for Jim's present. And the next 2 hours tripped by on rosy wings. Well, taking the money, the next 2 hours, Della was running here and there on her rosy wings. She was searching the stores for Jim's present. She wanted to purchase a chain, suitable chain for Jim's gold watch. So she was running here and there for purchasing that watch for Jim. Well, she found it at last. And at last she found the chain for Jim's watch. Well, it surely had been made for Jim and no one else. And seeing the chain, she said that surely that watch had been made only for Jim and for no one else. It was a platinum fob means a short chain of watch. So it was made up of platinum. I was saying gold watch. It was platinum chain. So the chain of platinum, a short chain, simple chain, and chest. Chest means very simple. In design also, it was worthy of the watch. Means it was suitable. Worthy means suitable. It was suitable for Jim's watch. As soon as she saw it, she knew that it must be Jim's. As soon as she saw that platinum chain, she came to know that the chain was made for Jim only. It was suiting Jim's watch properly. And it was like him because the chain was like Jim. Quietness and value. The description applied to both. $21 they took from her for it. Well, afterwards there was silent, the value was decided. Descriptions applied to both means they try to finalize the deal, and at last it was decided that $21 Della had to pay for that platinum chain, and she hurried home with the 87 cents, and after giving $20 she received after selling her hair, and $1.87 she already had. So $21 she paid for the chain, and now rest 87 cents. 87 cents was left that she kept with her. So with platinum chain and 87 cents she came back her home. When Della reached home, her intoxication gave way a little to prudence and reason. Intoxication means abnormal state. Gave way a little to prudence. Prudence means wisdom and reason means logic. Okay. Della reached home in her abnormal state because she was not happy selling her hair, and afterwards she was thinking that what she would say to Jim. So a little bit of logic and wisdom she got when she reached home, that what she would say to Jim, how she would convince Jim. A little bit she thought about that. She got out her curling irons and lighted the gas, and afterwards she got out her curling means curly, and irons, and she lighted the gas and went to work repairing the ravages. Ravages means damage, harm made by generosity added to love. So this generosity means kindness, and love was also added in that. So because of Jim's love, the harm that she did, she lost her hair, she made her hair curly. She lighted the gas, and for repairing the loss of her hair, how to look beautiful, she made her hair curly so that she could look very beautiful. So it was all because of the love for Jim that she sacrificed. So children, in my next video I will give you the remaining part of the same chapter, the gift of Maggie. Till then, goodbye.